The bliss of grandmother hormones. My whole life, as a woman, has been awash in hormone awareness. Adolescent despair? Hormones. The stunning efficacy of new love affair crash diets? Hormones. The label nights of new motherhood? Hormones. Women, over the course of a lifetime, are tortured by, and tutored in, the intricate complexities of hormones and their inevitable imbalances. For those of us who didn't tune into science classes when we had a chance, too many distracting hormonal rages, and don't even get me started on those math anxiety hormones. Hormonal chemistry remains mysterious. Partly because it is. Brain science is seriously not my thing. I still want to believe that love comes from the heart. I am quite sure, though, that I had never heard of grandmother hormones. That's partly because women's magazines, which largely pick up from high school curriculums to keep us up to speed on science and health, are not exactly geared to anyone over the ripe old age of 40. Unless, of course, we get a special issue on aging, but then science quickly gives way to home economics, featuring dressmaking and wardrobe organization. Kind of like in high school. When we're young, aging looks sort of yucky, frankly. Even though it is extremely on PC to say so, it looks sort of yucky when we get there, too. Hence, the magical thinking around skin creams. But then I became a grandmother. Nothing compares to the experience of holding 6 pounds of newborn boy against an older, wiser, pounding heart, a heart burnished with the patina of age, a heart that bears the traces of fractures, the patchwork or plaster left over bad breaks. That heart suddenly, unexpectedly, floods with hormones. Hormones still rule. That is the only way I can explain the mysterious, intricate nature of my chaotic response to this new love. The joy, he's here. He's made the passage safely. He's breathing, he's digesting, he's already got the rooting around for the breast thing down. The grandchild's every grunt and squeak is a fascination, and I could gaze forever, rapturously, as the shadows of chemical firings cross that tiny sleeping face. Yet, howling alongside the lunatic joy comes terrifying anxiety. I gaze at baby boy, as it says on his cart, and think, not only do I have to worry about every single little thing that could go wrong with a grandchild, but I also have to worry about what that pain would do to my own son and his wife. Double whammy. Continue reading the main story. I will spare everyone the hellhole whipped up by my hormonal grandmother furies, the snatches of disaster that light across the ceaselessly channel surfing screen at the front of my brain as I ponder that frail neck, that pulsing vein. That utter helplessness and dependency. Contrary to what every therapist will tell you, sometimes the only way to deal with anxieties is to slam that cellar door shut. Too dark down there. But, climate change. I lay in bed, the first night of being a grandmother, and did the math. When baby boy is my age, worrying about his own grandchildren, Miami Beach could be advertising scuba tours through its skyscrapers. Amtrak to Boston could be running on elevated tracks that skim over the Atlantic Ocean. The Long Island Expressway may no longer be a parking lot, it will no longer be anything at all. New York City will be the Venice of America, with gondolas bobbing over the David Koch Plaza in front of the Met as the gondoliers, descended from the men who once peddled bicycle taxis. Ha! That low-carbon alternative didn't do much to help, did it now? Rest from the intense labor of navigating the tidal sluices of Fifth Avenue.